Hey guys, so I'm going to do like an overview of the Faced Enchanted Glamourland. So the front has kind of like a butterfly and it's all shiny and textured. The back is kind of like the story thing, and more of that textured stuff. So it opens with a magnetic thing, clasp, closure, and then when you open it up, it has fairies or pixies or whatever. And then over here it has Snow Bunny bronzer and Levy and Rose pink blush. I've used the blush, but I haven't, and the blush is really pretty. It's kind of like, you won't be able to see that at all. It's totally getting washed up. It's like a medium tone pink with gold and shimmer in it. It's not really satiny, or sorry, that's not the word I mean. It's not frosty or anything like that. It's just got like chunks of like shimmer or glitter in it. So I think if you tapped your brush off pretty well, you could lose the glitter and it would be more like a matte blush. And then Snow Bunny bronzer. It has like a creamy white, a brown that kind of borders on being kind of bronze, especially when you swatch it. Again, you can't see that, but it's bronzy. And then there's like a pinky, it is pink, a light pink with a golden shimmer, and then kind of like a golden beige with a golden shimmer. I'm not the hugest bronzer person because I'm really fair, and it usually doesn't work that well on me, especially because this one is very frosty and shimmery, so you couldn't really use it to contour properly. So I haven't totally found that the most useful thing, but it is really pretty, and they're all separated, so you could potentially use them all as eyeshadows, and they're not superbly pigmented, but if you wanted to do a more natural look, I'm sure it would be like really pretty. So then when you open it up, that's in there. There's this little slot right here that this guy goes into. Now in here it looks like this, and you have 15 eyeshadows, and you have a full-sized Too Faced shadow insurance and a full-size lip gloss. Oops. A Too Faced Glamour Gloss volumizing lip gloss with comfort or lip injection comfort plump, and it's in Pillow Talk. And it is kind of like, got it on right now over top of Hue, but it's like a neutrally pink with very tiny multicolored shimmers in it. And then you have these 15 different eyeshadows. You have in the buff, and it is like a pretty much just like a creamy white color. It doesn't seem to be completely, it seems white on your hand when you take it out, but in the pan it seems a little more like tiny bit maybe yellow toned with like a creaminess, and I'm not sure if it just looks yellow compared to the pink right here, or if it's actually a little bit yellow. So then, oops, this one is kind of white, but it's definitely a very light pink white, and that one is called Exclusive. And I think by exclusive what they mean is they're exclusive to this palette, because there are a few exclusives in here. The next one is George and Wheezy, and it is like a very light yellow gold color, and it has some of the same color. It's kind of frosty, it's not glittery, but there is some frost to it, and it's about the same color frost as the eyeshadow itself, so a very pale gold yellow. And then you have Velvet Revolver, this one right here, and it is a very light kind of taupey brown. I actually used it to fill in my brows today, so I think for someone who's blonde and fair, or you know, blonde, that would be a really good brow color. That was Velvet Revolver. The next one is called Honey Pot, and it's this last one right here. It is like a a bronzy gold color. It's very light. It's not super dark or anything. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's gold too, but this one is more like a yellow gold, and this is more of a bronzy gold. The next one is Teddy Bear, and it's a lot like Velvet Revolver. Yeah, but just a couple shades darker and deeper. So it's like a, it's still kind of a light brown, but yeah, so maybe this one might work good on your brows too if you had darker hair and darker skin or something. The next one is another exclusive, and it's kind of like a blue toned purple. It's very purple. It's not super blue, but it is like a blue toned purple, and it's kind of reminds me of a oh, what is that finish? Oh, I don't remember. This shimmery one from MAC. Here, let me look it up. Volux Pearl. It's kind of like a Volux Pearl finish. The next one is Boy Toy, and it kind of reminds me, I don't know if you'll see it, see the comparison, but it looks a lot like the blush, maybe just a little more blue toned and lighter, but they are very close. The next one is Peach Fuzz, and this one is kind of like a nude beigey peach color with kind of yellow shimmers in it. This one right here. The next one is called Exclusive, and it's kind of like a teal. Yeah, it looks very mermaidy, like a mermaid teal. And it's kind of frosty. It's kind of like has a blue frost to it. This one is Label Whore. It's kind of a direct name, isn't it? And I don't have Club, but I've heard that it's very close to Club. It's kind of, in the pan, you can see that it's a dark brown with a green sheen, but actually on your eye it turns out pretty brown. Not a pretty brown, but very brown. It is pretty though, but I actually have it on in my crease up here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it comes out brown, and then when it hits certain lights it has a green sheen. The next one is Glamazon. This one right here. It is like a kind of is pinkish. It's kind of also silvery and kind of neutral. And it's not glittery, but it's sort of glittery. Like, there's not chunks of glitter, but it seems like one of those colors that might have a nice amount of fallout, if you know what I mean. This next one is another exclusive, and this one is a dark brown with, if you hit on the light, I don't know if you can see that, in the mirror, it's got like a blue-purple shimmer to it, and when it hits the light just right, it looks all purple. It's actually really pretty. These were the two that I was most excited about, this exclusive and Label Whore. This next one is Ooh and Ah. It's like a bright silver, kind of like a foil colored silver. I actually have that one on in my inner corner and the inner part of my lid. And then the last one is Stiletto. And it's a matte black, but it kind of looks like it might have a couple like dots of shimmer, and I'm not sure if that's actually in the eyeshadow or maybe some fallout from the other shadows, but it's not coming off super easy, so I'm kind of thinking that it might be part of the eyeshadow, but there's not that many of them, so it looks mostly matte. So the finishes of all of these, there's some creamy mattes, there's some ones that seem to be like a Volux Pearl, most of them, like these, this one, and this one are the creamy matte. Same with this one and this one. And then these ones are all that sort of frosty finish. It's kind of like a Velux Pearl. This one's glittery. These two are that Velux Pearl kind of one. This one's glittery, but not super glittery. And then this is a frosty Velux Pearl kind of one. So far from what I've used of it, I've had it for a few days and I've used it a couple times, they're pretty good. They don't seem to have an amazing amount of fallout. Like, I did this smoky eye and I don't really have anything under my eye, and I did my foundation first. So, they seem to be pretty good about that. And the two that I used were kind of like glittery and shimmery. I think it's overall a pretty good value, considering you do get 15 eyeshadows, a full lip gloss, and a Too Faced shadow insurance. It cost me $62 because I live in Canada. So, I mean, that is a lot of money, but considering that I think here this full size is like $22 or $23, it kind of seems a little more justified. The packaging is really pretty. It's got a lot of, you know, flowers and glitter, and it's all like textured, so it's not flat. It does take up a lot of room in your drawers though, because it is quite bulky. I will show you compared to like the Urban Decay Book of Shadows. It's about the same thickness, but it is definitely bigger. So if you're somebody who doesn't like the big packaging and the fancy packaging, it might be kind of a pain in the butt. But again, to others that might be a plus because it is really cute. Oh, also, something I forgot is, over here, there are these little cards that come out that Too Faced seems to put with all of their kits. There's one, it's Forest Nymph. You can see. It's kind of like a green, kind of like a darker green eye. There's Velvet or Violet Femme, and it's a purple with kind of like a brown in the crease. And then there is Flirty Fairy, which is pink with like brown in the crease in the outer corner. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I hope I covered everything for you. Overall, I think it's a pretty good palette. It comes with a lot of stuff and a lot of different options for eyes. There's a lot of neutrals and a lot of bold colors and bright colors that I think you could achieve most looks with, and the cards are always helpful. But yeah, if I forgot anything or if you have any other questions, just feel free to comment and I'll get back to you. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Bye.